I don't feel like it.
Sexy boy?
Good afternoon. Hi, Rye. Hi, Junibird. Welcome to the stream. It's it's been one of those weeks, and it's only Wednesday. But I felt like playing some more Project Zero. Felt like taking pictures of some more ghosts. And so that's what we're gonna do.
The cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and the gumption.
Thank you for the resubscription there, Dom. And I've changed my setup a little bit so I can see the messages. What a week, Captain. It's only Wednesday. And you're exactly right, Rye. There's nothing like a femboy wife to soothe the soul. Unfortunately for us, the next chapter. Let me just. Here we go. The next chapter is a Miyu chapter, so we won't be seeing Rui. I don't know how long this chapter is. Maybe if we can get through it fast, we can go back to a Rui chapter. But this game is very, very relaxing to play in general, which is crazy because it's on the surface of it kind of scary. Like, you know, it makes me jump. It's the right amount of scary for me, where you know it shocks me, but it doesn't like doesn't make me like jump out my skin or anything. And it's creepy. I like the vibe of the game way more than like being scared. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks. I think like yesterday or the day before or something, I tweeted about like I tweeted about Like, I think someone tweeted about Pornhub's, like, most searched characters, video game characters. And it was just kind of, like, interesting to me how, yeah, like, I don't know, how sort of basic a lot of the list was. And now half of my mentions are people calling me a gooner, and half of the mentions are people calling me a prude. Which is how you know that there's good discourse, when you're being called too extreme and not extreme enough. Hi, Avery. Yeah, Nero. Congrats to Nero, one of the few men on the list. But yeah, I literally was just remarking on the fact that, like, I'm not in tune with, like, what the average straight male finds attractive, and the reasons for that are me being gay. But people thought I was, like, I don't know, making some kind of, like, I don't know, like, power scaling argument, like, oh, I'm a real certified sicko because I only jack it to, like, the fucked up stuff. Which was not really what I was saying. It was just sort of like, it does sort of feel like my tastes are sort of so outside of the norm. But also, it's brought to my attention the fact that the word goon just doesn't really mean anything anymore. People just use it for, like, any kind of sexuality at all ever being displayed. Like, oh, your avatar is a succubus, you're a gooner. It's like, no, my avatar is meant to be sort of sexually provocative, yeah, but, like, gooning is, like, a very specific thing where you jack off to excess and, like, lose your mind. Being horny and gooning are, like, being treated like synonyms by a lot of people on Twitter, and it just sort of feels like, the Pancake Waffles guy, he really had Twitter in a nutshell with that one. But another thing that Twitter does is, I think the internet in general, takes things to, like, crazy extremes. Like, they get so infatuated with a word like gooning that, like, any kind of sexuality is now gooning. It all gets kind of, like, I don't know, like, exaggerated into the most extreme version of it, so that you can then, I don't know, like, go, get a load of these guys gooning. Yeah, I don't know. I miss it when it only meant a henchman. Yeah. When it was, like, a bunch of, like, mafia guys with, like, hats too big for their heads or something. Zeppelin Commando, so fucked up to know my parents had to goon in order to conceive me. Exactly. I pointed this out exactly the same way. I was just like, it's funny that people are like, oh, you're a gooner because you call yourself a femboy on Twitter. You're a gooner because your avatar is, like, sexually provocative. You're a gooner because you're gay and talking about your sexual tastes. And it's like, my guy, gooning is very, like, specifically, like, a thing of doing it to excess. And but I can understand why they want to go for that, because it's like, it feels like an unbeatable sort of argument to make. Oh, you're a gooner, and my evidence for that is you have expressed literally any interest in sex whatsoever. What, do you deny it? Do you deny that you are interested in sex? It's so stupid. Anyway, I've forgotten how much of these... Oh, right, it's telling me how much film I have. Actual gooning is essentially masturbation as a religion. Exactly. It's like a lifestyle. Like, people carry around, like, hard drives full of porn that, like, they have to, like, access, at least once a day. They spend hours jacking off instead of, like, I don't know, a couple minutes, I guess. It makes me sound crazy for even talking about it, Oh, I forgot to buy camera film. Having brought Yuri back
We're
from the
wanting
latest
to create an
Departed.
army of transgenders because we're crazy.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Ellie. 21 hit combo. Is that how long you've been subscribed, or is that a reference to something else? Convince her mother Miku Hinasaki is somewhere in Akami. Miu knows the only way to find her is to follow her shadow. So she needs the help of Yuri's camera obscura. 21 months. Wow. Congrats. That's a long time. Be subscribed. Oh yeah, I'm dressed in a maid costume. Yeah, I'm not going to be beating the allegations, given that I've loaded up this game and my character's dressed as a maid. Where did it say the camera obscura is? Got to be in the office, right? Right. You know, at one point people said that started saying that sea lions were jacking off, and we should start calling them debate gooners. Yeah, honestly, probably.
We're wanting to create an army of transgenders because we're crazy.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Six. You've just started a hype train by the looks of things. Yeah, thank you for dropping in and saying nice things. It's a shame the sub notifications don't appear in the chat.
Crazy. Let's rock.
We've reached our sub goal of 10. I think that's an automated thing. Just hearing Dante say, "This party's getting crazy," when it's like 10 people. But that is, that's really nice. I have 10 new subscribers. I'm not a big fan of this costume, honestly. But the mismatched socks are okay, but like the corset, it's all a bit much. Still, it's better than the default costume, which I think is, I think it's like an open shoulder thing. Is this a meow or a merp moment? A little of both. Confirm that is indeed Yuri. I'm just gonna take this, I guess. Oh, it's a document on me. Or no, her mother. What can I take? Oh, just read through Yuri's notes. What's to take there? Oh. I don't think I upgraded the camera much in the last stream because Ren's camera is kind of boring. Oh, yeah, look at how many points I've got to spend. Right. Definitely the loading speed. What do I have? Slow lens. Stun lens. I currently have the crush lens. It hurts to breathe. Well, definitely don't stop doing it. But why is that? Are you just ill? It is the season. Like, I know loads of people who are like coming down with stuff. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to get ill myself, so that I can take some time off work early. I just like drink cups of tea all day. I mean, I wouldn't like to be ill, but you know. Right. Honestly, Gooner to me specifically means someone who's constantly obsessed with their sexual objects, like straight women who only play naked big booba women. Femboys and maid costumes isn't gooning, that's just being yourself. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I think the reason I was kind of interested in that list was that like Tifa Lockhart and Lara Croft were like at the top, and they are like really conventionally attractive characters. But that's sort of like it, is that they're the most sort of like, I don't know, like normal thing for a guy to be interested in. And it was just, yeah, it was like a moment of just realizing like how out of touch I am with straight male sexuality. I think I want a damage increase. I think I don't want that. I think I'd rather upgrade these lenses. Oh, I can't afford another. Ah, well. Gooning is a verb and... Oh, shit. She nearly had me there. Yeah, like, you know, I think, you know, the word gets thrown around at, like, I guess, like, male, like, video game players who seem to have, like, you know, I don't know, like, unhealthily objectifying relationships with the characters they play. Like, you know, a game I would sort of call, like, you know, a gooner. Oh, shit. A Guna game was like Stellar Blade, which you know, it looked like a fine action game, but the thing that seemed to like people were like really like crazy about how sexy the protagonist was, and that's sort of like they wouldn't shut up about it, and it was like, you know, are these guys playing the game one-handed? Like, it's nice having like, you know, characters that are, you know, like eye candy or whatever, but there's got to be more to it than that, right? And it just didn't seem...
Yes.
This is based, apparently. Riker thinks Stellar Blade is based because he's deeply problematic. One thing that confused me at the list was seeing the Genshin slime. Yeah, I wondered about that. Like, one, I think there's loads of interesting questions to ask of the data. Like, you know, how was it all collected? Like, was it collected before or after or during the sort of terms of service change on these websites? But like seeing 2B as like new on the list, I was like, now hang on, there's something wrong there. There's no way people, I mean, maybe normies only just found out about 2B like this year or whatever, but it was a little bit sort of like, you know, no, there's oh, you don't wake up pretty early in the morning to get me like that, ghost hand. I can't hold any more of these. Fuck! Why can't I? What type of film is it? Type 24. Wait. Type 14. Oh, I can't pick up 24 of them. Yeah, it was type... Yeah, type 14. Right. I can't pick up 24 of them because it would give me more than 99. Take a couple snaps here. Oh. Now I should be able. Ooh. But yeah, like with 2B being on the list, I was like, something's wrong here. Maybe it's like, you know, some like creator recently like got hold of a model and started making content, and they're like, I don't know, like maybe just like a popular like video creator or something. So that, oh shit, like pushed 2B up the list. Yeah, the slime thing was... I think it's very funny that slime was above Raiden Shogun from Genshin. Am I even going the right way here? Yeah, no, there's plenty of like fascinating stuff to talk about on that list. Like, you know, I legit am sort of like, you know, as a data scientist myself and someone who's, you know, a big sort of data nerd. You know, I like having, you know, these conversations about that kind of weird data, like, kind of interesting to me. Oh shit. Who do I think would be at the top in a just world? Dante Devil May Cry for sure. I don't know how to deal with these guys. Oh, hang on. Can I, like... Oh, yeah, I can do that, can't I? Wait. What's going on? They die? Huh. Sans Undertale. I want to make a joke about boning. Oh god, they're everywhere. Stop doing that. Is he dead? Can I fatal glance him? I don't think I can. Can I get him? Why can't I fatal glance these guys? Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, it's hard for me to say who I think should be at top because, like, my interests are mostly going to be like, I don't know, like, you know, I'm not saying I'm some kind of like super freak or anything, but be things like Solid Snake and Otacon. But it's like, which characters do I think are the most sexy? Or is it like, which characters do I think ought to be viewed by society as like the most sexy? Because I would say things like, characters like Raiden, Link, of course. There's like Rui, characters who I think are objectively very beautiful, but I don't necessarily necessarily want to engage with much like content of those characters, because I just see myself in them and it's a little bit narcissistic. Like the characters I want to see are like, big boss like picking me up and dropping me on my head. I'm lost. Where am I? Jehuti. I think that Jehuti deserves to be up there. There's probably like a bunch of like robots and monsters. I'm just looking over at my figure shelf. How could I forget Griffith? Griffith and Guts. They should be at the top. Well, okay, video game characters only.
An army of transgenders because we're crazy.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Woodaba. Yeah, this is a very Alice Madness Returns dress. I know I'm not beating the allegations. I made a tweet about gooning, and then everyone on Twitter is like, half of them are calling me a gooner, and half of them are calling me a prude. So if they log into this, if they go and check the stream, they'll see me dressed as a maid. But honestly, I think this is like a little more tasteful than Miu's regular dress. I'm not crazy about the corset or like the little like I don't know, like the shoulder bit, but the mismatched socks are really good. I do like that. I keep getting confused because like this character's called Miu and her mother is called Miku. Did Mother leave this? I would love to live in this world where like everyone's leaving notes for each other all the time. Not able to take my shoes off, so big old shitsureshimasu. What's that? I'm amused at the thought of anyone considering you a prude. I think she's wearing a shift underneath her corset. Historical corset should never sit directly against the skin. Huh. I do not know much about corsetry. Ah! Damn it. The bind lens. A lens that freezes a photographed subject for a time. Now, I love this game, but of the lenses I have, but the slow lens slows enemies down. The bind lens freezes them. The stun lens stuns them. It's like, it feels like there's a lot of overlap between these three functions. Pepsi Dog has returned. Yeah, you won't get picked up by the microphone these days. You could just do your best, like, British games journalist voice. What's up, stinkers? It's the gaming skunk. You've just received a pet. I should find ways to integrate like bits into my streams. I saw someone had like a setup where whenever bits were donated to them, it would like pelt them in the face, like pelt their avatar in the face with the bits. I think that's very funny. See an item. I take the item. Ah! Okay, they got me good that time. Oh shit, it's him. Well, Ripsy. Try to use up all of this film. Don't know where that is. Stairs. Wasn't here. I think it's upstairs. This is a creepy room. Now hang on. Something in here? Apparently so. Yeah. Twitter has been, yeah, very frustrating this week. It just sort of feels like it's impossible to use words to describe things now because a load of people just don't understand the meaning of it or pretend not to in order to like do a dunk or something. There's something else as well that there are small boxes under the stairs. Yeah. But I want that. I think I can officially say I'm lost. What am I supposed to be looking for? It's got to be in tokens, right? Maybe not. Well, I've been more or less everywhere in this house now. I'm getting item rich. What characters build that asset portfolio? Exactly, I'm on the like rise and grind set. Oh shit. I don't know if that counted as a... This is a very confusing fight. Like, pressing the dodge button sometimes just does nothing. Let's use the crush let this guy.
Here you go again.
There you go again. Not sure how I feel about that one. Right, now here we go. The camera loves you, baby. Hey, come back. I can't take a photograph of you out there. Huh? Oh. Nope, it's off. Right. That's that done and dusted. Yeah, I was gonna ask like what characters were you surprised by on that list, and which characters were you like expecting to see? Because honestly, I was kind of shocked that like, you know, Lara Croft and Tifa Lockhart were on the list. Lara Croft specifically seems very much like a sort of like, I don't know, like a boomer who doesn't really know how the internet works type of thing. Like, guys who are like still into Lara Croft in the big 2025. Honestly, like, you know, mad respect. There were some just funny things like Genshin Slime being above Genshin Raiden Shogun. I'm reminded that most people want a glass of room temperature water and a bag of Walker's Ready Salted. Yeah, the kind of guy who goes into the holodeck on the Enterprise and says, "I'll just do a historical reenactment." Well, I'm lost. Sorry, door. I can't figure out where you want me to go. You see Nero Devil May Cry? I did. I was very surprised by that. I was sort of, you know, for this token. Right, where's that? Bride at a dresser. The influence of my streams. Yeah. After watching my streams, a bunch of people were like, shit, this Nero guy. I'm lost. I don't know where to go. I think it must be on the upper floor. In that room. That's the guard room. That's the kimono room. That almost feels like that's where it should be if it's someone at a dresser. Banquet hall, storeroom, wedding votive, altar. I mean, let's do another lap around the house, because why not? Yeah, it was interesting to see Nero on the list and not like V or anyone. Or Dante. Yeah, I wonder whether Nero is just there as the sort of like, like male self-insert. Whether he was getting rooted by anyone. Hmm. Oh shit. What's he doing here? Good fucking question. More importantly, what's he doing here? The slow lens is just so good. I wish he wouldn't do that. Come out of the wall. Time to get slowed again, punk. Right. Gone. Oh shit, he's gone. Yeah, it's a fascinating list. I guess there's a lot of like caveats to really sort of reading too deeply into it. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be like, I don't know, thinking that I was, by tweeting about it, trying to brag that like, oh, my tastes are way more sophisticated. Like, I do sort of think that's true, but also like I think that's out of necessity for being gay. There's not a lot of like society doesn't necessarily like serve you up a shit ton of like content that's aimed at you. Right. Well, this has left me with more questions than it's answered, really. Yeah, people seem to think I was sort of like, you know, power scaling, like porn preferences, when really it was just a more like, I'm just, you know, fascinated by guys for whom that's what does it for them. Right, this is definitely not where I'm supposed to be. Still no closer to understanding. Oh, hang on, is the ah, yeah, there's the dresser. Map are you given? Room with a mirror, just like in the photo. Can I go through that door now? Ghost marriages eventually came to an end. So true. Brides continue to wait for a groom. I love watching them stumble around in slow motion. Wait. Get stunned again? Ghost marriages came to an end. Seems like there were simply too many ghost divorces. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. In a ghost divorce, who gets all the possessions? Very good. Very good. And go into the beautiful kimono room. Hey! Ah, I missed her again. Grandma keeps evading my camera. Hey, you tricked me. You're not a person, you're a ghost. It does very much feel like being just a paparazzi, basically. Now, oh, I haven't got enough to crush lens. Where'd you go? God, this one's got loads of health. Yeah. The dodge button seems to, like, do nothing. I take psychic damage from being photographed. Sort of hoping the end of the chapter's here because my boyfriend's gotten back to eat dinner. What's this? Purifying embers. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't realize her dress has, like, flower designs on the corset. Shadowborn. This is a little bit intimate. You know, I might just game over here so that I can go and eat dinner. This is quite daft. Grandma's Kisses Simulator. I can't even... Ah, there we go. Your progress will be saved up to the most recent checkpoint. Yes, I am very hungry, so I'm gonna end mid-level here. And I will see you all on Friday. Bye-bye.